There was a quiet girl with a heart full of questions. At 12 years old, she felt small in a world that seemed so big and loud. Every day at school, she watched her classmates shine. Some were artists, their drawings admired by everyone. Some were athletes, racing across the playground to the cheers of the crowd. Some were scholars, always called on for the right answers. But the girl, who didn't feel like she had anything special. She wasn't the fastest runner. She didn't draw well. And when the teacher asked a question, she always hesitated, fearing she'd say the wrong thing. So, she stayed quiet, tucked away at the back of the class, where she felt invisible. One evening, as the sun dipped low in the sky and painted the world in soft shades of pink and orange, she sat alone under the old oak tree in her backyard. Her hands were in her lap, her eyes on the horizon, but her heart felt heavy.
Why can't I be like them?
She whispered to herself.
Why can't I be good at something?
As if the wind had carried her thoughts, her grandma, Nana, appeared, walking slowly toward her with her cane tapping gently on the ground. Nana was the kind of person who always seemed to know when someone needed her, even when no one said a word. Sitting down beside her, Nana looked at her with gentle, knowing eyes.
What's troubling your heart, child?
She shrugged, trying to hide her sadness, but the weight of it was too much to keep inside. Tears welled up in her eyes, and before she could stop herself, the words came pouring out.
Nana, I don't know what I'm good at. Everyone else has something special, but I don't. I don't feel like I belong anywhere. I don't feel enough.
Nana listened carefully, nodding slowly as Mia spoke. Then, with a tender smile, she said,
Come with me, my child. I want to show you something.
They walked hand in hand back to the house, where Nana led her granddaughter to her bedroom. The room smelled like lavender and was filled with warmth, the way only a grandmother's room could be. Nana opened a small wooden chest at the foot of her bed and pulled out a faded, old box. The girl watched as Nana carefully lifted the lid, revealing a small, ancient mirror. Its edges were worn, but the glass was smooth and clear, reflecting the soft glow of the room's lamp.
This mirror,
Nana began,
has been in our family for generations. My mother gave it to me when I was about your age, and her mother gave it to her. It's special, my child, because it helped me find my worth when I, too, felt lost.
The girl looked at the mirror, puzzled.
How can a mirror help me, Nana? It's just glass.
Nana chuckled softly, her eyes crinkling with love.
It's not the mirror itself, dear. It's what you choose to see in it.
The girl hesitated but eventually took the mirror from her grandma's hands. She gazed at her reflection, expecting to see the same plain girl she always saw. Brown hair, brown eyes, and a face that felt too ordinary to ever be noticed. But as she stared longer, something began to change. It wasn't the mirror that changed, but what the girl saw. Slowly, she remembered moments she had long forgotten, times when she had done something that mattered, even if it seemed small. She remembered when she had sat with her best friend when she was crying after her parents fought. She didn't know what to say, but she stayed there, offering comfort just by being present. She thought of the day she found a stray kitten in the cold, shivering and alone. She had brought it home, wrapping it in her old scarf, and cared for it until it was strong enough to play again. And then she remembered how, every morning, she would quietly help her little brother tie his shoes before school, even though he never said thank you. With each memory, her eyes filled with tears. Not because she was sad, but because she finally saw something she hadn't seen before. She saw that she mattered. She had been measuring herself by the wrong things, by trophies, by grades, by what others thought, but in doing so, she had overlooked the quiet ways in which she made the world a little brighter. Nana placed a hand on her granddaughter's shoulder, her voice soft but full of wisdom.
Your worth, dear, isn't in what you achieve or how you compare to others. It's in how you make people feel. It's in the kindness you show, the love you give, and the courage it takes to be yourself. You don't need to be the loudest to be heard. You don't need to be the fastest to keep up. You just need to be you, and that is enough.
The girl turned to her grandma, her heart swelling with emotion.
But how do I stop feeling like I'm not enough?
Nana smiled warmly, brushing a strand of hair from her granddaughter's face.
You remind yourself every day. When you look in the mirror, don't just see the surface. Look deeper. Remember the love in your heart, the kindness in your soul, and the strength you have, even when you're afraid. That's your true reflection, dear. That's your worth.
The girl hugged her grandma tightly, feeling a warmth and comfort she hadn't known in a long time. In that moment, she understood that her worth wasn't something she needed to prove, it was something she already had. Moral lessons. 1. True worth comes from within. You don't need the world's approval to know your value. It's found in the love, kindness, and compassion you offer to others. 2. Your unique qualities make you special. Everyone has a different gift, and sometimes the quietest ones, like empathy and kindness, are the most powerful. 3. Celebrate who you are, not who you think you should be. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey is your own, and your worth is already within you. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep spreading love and self-worth together.